and welcome to my channel Tarot-esque. I'm so happy to be here to be able to read for all of you watching today. This is a very specific reading for anybody who's gone through a recent breakup. Firstly, I'm really sorry. I empathize with you. I know a breakup just feels so devastating. It's like your life as you know it comes shattering down. So we're going to take a look at what energies exist around you, perhaps what you learned from this rather difficult experience. What can you do more of to expedite your healing, and what can you do less of? Because, we all know we sometimes engage in behaviors that are not self-serving. And then do stay tuned till the end, because we will get some messages from your ex in terms of what he or she or they want you to know energetically at this point in time. And then what can you look forward to when it comes to your overall love life in the near future. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at your cards and let's dive in. Okay, so let's start by first examining, what is the current energy around you in this point in time. So we've got the King of Wands. Maybe some of you were dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy when it comes to your ex. Maybe there's also water energy showing up here. So that's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. And we've got the World card, which is very symptomatic, I think, of a big chapter closing in your life. So let's start with these energies and we'll go further. You dealt with somebody, or perhaps this is your energy. Some of you watching could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm also seeing Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus, the four fixed signs in the world energy here. I think it's been hard to close this chapter, to close this big cycle. I'm really sorry, but I'm getting a message for some of you that some of you dealt with a third party situation where there was interference. So when I say third party, I don't mean like another person. It could simply mean that there were other external influences that hindered this connection. That could be work, those could be family pressures, wrong advice from a close friend, things like that can sometimes intervene or interfere with the energies around a love connection. Either you decided to take some bold action and finally put an end to this. And good on you if you did that, if you were in a third party situation, because nobody deserves to be, an option in somebody's life. Or somebody else, perhaps this is your ex, took a very bold action of closing this out. Maybe you were the person who was giving to multiple people and that the truth came out, and, the truth always comes out. And you guys decided to put an end to this connection. You could also be grieving the loss of a really great friendship. Maybe there were common friends involved, and now because of the breakup, not only have you lost your partner, but you've also lost some common friends and you're grieving the loss of that. I'm just going to build a little bit further on that to see on this Three of Cups. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, so I think you're parting ways with somebody who truly felt like a divine counterpart. So the Queen to the King of Wands. I'm really, really sorry. I know this is super hard. Or it could mean that somebody that you were dealing with, so your ex, was actually getting attention from multiple people, or you were putting yourself out there and there was something missing in this connection that made you want to look elsewhere as well. So that's why you were engaging in this Queen of Wands energy. But finally, all of this has, kind of come to an end. It didn't work out. So when I say it didn't work out, let's kind of get more clear on that. The Ace of Pentacles, okay. The Page of Wands. And the Four of Swords. I'm really strongly getting, and we've got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of this deck. So I think either you have strong fire placements in your chart, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or the person that you dealt with had strong fire energy. I think what stopped working was maybe this was a very on and off connection. You tried to have a new beginning with someone, and then there was a pause, or there was like no contact or a break in communication. And you tried again, like you were trying to bring perhaps a more playful energy to this connection that, let's just go with the flow. Let's see where it goes. For some of you, maybe children were involved, and you couldn't get access to your children, or you couldn't spend enough time with your children. Maybe there were custody issues involved. I'm getting that specific message for a small group of you. The main message that I'm getting here is that I think it was a bit of an on and off. It could also mean that what stopped working was when you one of you might have gotten a new opportunity to like start a new job or start a new career line, which made you perhaps travel or take a bold action towards something, which led to some emotional or physical distance. Maybe some of you, this is a long distance relationship, and that was something that wasn't working out, but we'll definitely build further on this and see. Ace of Pentacles, we're getting the Hierophant. Yeah, so I do think that for some of you, this was a marriage that has come to an end. And even though you tried your best to give it multiple opportunities to kickstart it, it didn't work out. And that's why the issue of the kids. And I do think for some of you, there were, either you were conflicted between multiple options in love, or the person that you were dealing with had multiple options in love, and therefore this situation came to an end because you found out that either they were keeping options open, or I have to say that maybe some of you were giving your attention in multiple directions, and maybe one other option stood out stronger than your ex and you decided to part ways. Let's see if there are any other messages. Yeah, so there was definitely a lot of love involved in this connection. I absolutely see that. I think this connection felt like a brand new beginning when it comes to your overall relationship with love. It made you very hopeful about romantic love. And maybe for some of you, you didn't even actively choose this person. Like you just attracted this person into your life, and they really sort of fought for you and made sure that this relationship worked out. And then, of course, there was this difficult ending. And if for some of you watching, if there were options, then obviously one option was put to an end, which I think is your connection, and somebody decided to go somewhere else. Or again, going back to that on and off message that I was getting earlier, I think you tried to go through the cycle of death, rebirth, that let's give it another shot, let's transform this connection. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. And somebody here was holding their feelings back. And we've got pretty big energies with quite a few major arcanas coming out with the Hierophant, the Empress, the Lovers, Death, Strength card. So major arcanas in the tarot are considered big mysteries or major energies that take a little bit longer to shake off. So I am seeing that somebody was not very open about their feelings, and they were trying to fight their feelings in this connection, even though this could be you or your ex, that you had strong feelings for one another. Somebody was not expressing that, and they felt conflicted in these feelings, and therefore it was not giving you what you were looking for, and therefore this relationship came to an end. So in life, we go through ups and downs. Life is a cycle. But what's important for us to learn is why did all this happen, and why did you go through this difficult experience? So what did you learn? So I'm going to get you some cards on what did this experience teach you? What did you learn through all of this? Okay. Yeah, and the Sun at the bottom of this deck. I'm strongly getting the feeling that for some of you, this was a very codependent and a slightly toxic relationship, or somebody that you were dealing with had addiction issues. This could be substance abuse. This could be addiction to work, addiction to toxic behaviors, limiting beliefs, self-doubt. It could be anything. I think you will know, apply the messages as they resonate to your situation. What you learned was how to get super clear, and I think you spoke your truth. You finally got the courage, you mustered up the courage to address the situation head on and have a conversation with this person that, look, this is not working for me, this needs to change, because the Sun is here, and something that was hidden, or maybe for the group that we were speaking with earlier, if there were other options, all of that came to light, and maybe somebody, was just too attached to things that fuels our body too much, or sort of bodily or sensual attractions and things like that. But that came to the surface because the Sun came shining. And again, I'm getting I'm really sorry if there were kids involved and they got impacted, or if this is a long-term relationship, it had devastating impact on you and also children involved. You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Capricorn. I'm getting basically strong air and Capricorn energy in this spread. So what you learned was that even though you felt very, very attached to this person, very, very connected to this person, you finally stood up for yourself. You stood up for your truth. The universe made you learn how to get clear on what is it that you're looking for when it comes to long-term partnership, long-term relationships, or somebody else came to that conclusion. Obviously, you'll know your story best and apply it as you see fit. Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the Two of Swords, and then we've got the Ten of Wands. Yeah, exactly. I think, again, so this could be somebody that you reconciled with, somebody from the past, or somebody that you've been with from a really long period of time, somebody that you've known since you were perhaps kids or you were really young. This could be like a high school sweetheart that you ended up getting married to. I'm getting that kind of energy. But what you learned was how to move away from past patterns or repeating patterns. And perhaps this person was very stubborn and very, very adamant on working from a very objective standpoint and not revealing their feelings, because we saw that earlier as well, that this person was pushing back feelings, or either you were doing that. And for a very long period of time, you felt like you were in this stagnant energy where things were not moving forward. And finally, you were able to break free and see it for what it is, because the sun illuminates anything that is hidden, anything that feels confusing, almost like an illusion. All of that came crashing down, and you finally were able to put an end to what felt like a very heavy burden that you'd been carrying for a very long period of time. I'm really sorry. My heart goes out to you. This does feel like a very intense and difficult energy to process, but we're building on this spread, and we'll definitely get you energy on, we'll definitely get you messages on what can you do more of so that you can expedite your healing here, or you can manifest abundance once again into your romantic life. What can you do more of to heal? Spirit guides, give me 3 messages, please. We've got the Two of Wands, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Five of Wands. Interesting. I'm getting guided to get clarifiers right off the bat before I start to give the messages. Okay. 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and we've got the 3 of Swords and the Emperor showing up once again. I'm just getting an intuitive message that for some of you, this could be somebody that you worked with, could be your manager or somebody quite senior in the professional sort of setup. So what can you do more of to heal? I think you need to take a decision of what victory or success looks like when it comes to love, when it comes to romantic partnerships. And I think what you can do more of is look forward to having success in love soon. And I'm sure when we get to the segment of what you can look forward to in love, we'll see something that ties back to this message, because I do see victory, or a warrior who's been in a battle, been in a very difficult situation, finally coming back victorious, and other people are sort of looking at him. And the tarot is gender neutral, so I mean the energy could be masculine or feminine, and people are sort of applauding you for having the courage and having the resilience to go through all of this. What you can also do more of is give yourself time. I think this was a very significant relationship for you. This person meant a lot in your life. Like I said earlier, maybe you have children together, maybe you have like a house together, you have other real estate assets together. You need to give it time before you start to see your healing come through. And that's totally fine. I think there is no quick fix formula, or there's no set number of months or years that it should take you to heal from this. Like, everybody has their own process. Be resourceful at this point, like try to learn from the situation and try to see this challenging situation in terms of like, where is it propelling you next? Like, what blind spots perhaps it's revealed to you about your own behavior and how you tend to be in a romantic relationship. And what you need to do more of is really introspect, why did you feel so conflicted when it came to your emotions or your feelings, and introspect a lot more on the conflict that emerged through this relationship. And I know it sounds kind of like counterintuitive, like why would you focus so much on the conflict if you're trying to move on? Because there is something that you will uncover, like maybe a repeating pattern, a toxic pattern, and you need to kind of get clear with that truth so that you can put an end to these repeating cycles. So what Spirit wants you to do more of to expedite this healing is really introspect what the conflict was all about, what triggered it, how can you perhaps deal with it in a better way in the near future when you're with someone else, and give yourself time. There is no rush. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful, very calm, composed kind of energy. Like she's looking at that pentacle in a very peaceful way. So know that love and a new beginning with someone new, brand new, or perhaps, take it as it resonates. Maybe a brand new beginning with the same person might be possible in the near future when the energies have healed and the energies have mutated into something more beautiful and positive. But you got to give it time. And you have to define your own success story when it comes to love. What does success and love look like for you? And how are you willing to manifest it? And you need to take charge, because we saw the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. I think the universe also wants you to take control of your life and not just see, there you go, 10 of Cups wanted to show with the 7 of Swords. So anything that you are potentially self-sabotaging or have self-sabotaged in the past, they want you to take charge of your life, be the emperor of your own life, bring things into action, really put some plans in place, put some structure. What can you do less of to manifest abundance in your love life? Because look, let's be real. All of us engage in behavior that doesn't help us, that doesn't serve us. So what can you do less of to manifest abundance in your love life? Empress, King of Swords. So King of Swords, interestingly, came up in what did you learn as well from the situation, and the Ace of Cups. And you've got the 3 of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. So I think what they're trying to say is what to do less of so you can manifest abundances. I think you need to start attracting rather than chasing. And the Empress is a very nurturing energy. She often tends to give quite unconditionally. So I'm sure through this experience, some of you have learned that you were over-giving, or you were extending too much energy and you weren't getting enough in return. So they want you in the future, and even right now, if you're continuing to give to this situation, or give your energy and give your thoughts and give your time to reminiscing and thinking about this person, and only thinking of, how good they were and how perhaps you're doubting your own actions, they want you to kind of think about where are you over giving and over justifying for this person. They want you to also not, for some of you, this is a slightly different message, that you may be thinking too much from your mind and you're being too rational when it comes to healing, but give your heart some space as well. What are your feelings trying to explain to you? What is your heart trying to communicate to you? Because that is also a very integral part of healing through a breakup, right? Like obviously sometimes we will use our affirmations and we'll be like, I'm better than this, and I manifest abundance, I claim abundance, and I'm ready for the next chapter. And all of that is great, and obviously it's well positioned, it's coming from a good place, but this is a matter of the heart. And if you shut down your heart right now, unfortunately, the next time you find yourself in a romantic situation, some of that past hurt and trauma might start to resurface in different ways. So you want to make sure that, yes, you're being objective and very rational and very reasoned when it comes to healing, but you also want to make room for your heart to open up. And I would say, I'm getting a very specific message that right now perhaps is not the right time to jump into something new. Or if this person is coming back to you asking for a new beginning or give me another chance, right now, because if you remember, we saw the 7 of Pentacles previously, this is the time to take a step back, take a stock check of the situation, and really heal first. Pull back your energies from the situation. With the Empress, don't overgive, don't be overly nurturing. If this person has come back and wants a second chance and wants a reconciliation, I think right now is not the bestest time for a new start in this relationship, because you still need to heal. Let's get into energetically. Let's say if you're in a no contact situation and you haven't heard from your ex in a while, or you guys have decided to just cut out all communication, energetically, what does your ex want you to know? And for some people, it's very hard to be vulnerable and actually express their feelings. So let's try and tap into your ex's energy and see what is it that they want you to know energetically. Okay, so many things remind me of you. I definitely think that they had strong emotions for you and they're missing you. I wish things could be different. And this ties back to perhaps for some of you, an ex is actually asking you for a second chance, but I would want you to take the time, reflect, make sure you've had all your learnings and you've also figured out your own patterns and seen what needs to go differently, so that even if you do entertain a reconciliation, it's a successful one this time. And you didn't see my tears. This was the message we were getting earlier for somebody who was not very comfortable expressing emotion when we saw the strength card. So I think they kept it all within them, but they definitely feel quite hurt, quite upset. They miss you. A lot of things remind them of you, and they are hoping that things could be different. But I would say healing is critical here. Absolutely, you have free will. If you want to go back to this person, or they want to take you back, whatever the situation might be, just make sure that you've gone through the healing cycle first. Okay, let's look at what's then coming into your life. What can you look forward to when it comes to romantic love? It could be, coming back with this person again in a healthy, committed way, or it could be somebody new. Let's see what shows up. What's coming into your life when it comes to romantic love? 8 of Cups. Okay, some of you are definitely moving on and you're walking away from this chapter. As hard as they might try, I think you're just giving up on this connection. You've given it your best shot. You've tried everything possible, and this person hasn't been able to rise to the occasion or meet your expectations, or you perhaps have some inner work to do still. So some of you are moving on. Okay, 4 of Cups and the Tower. Interesting. Okay. And we see the Devil again at the bottom of the deck. So I think somebody is feeling very, very attached to you and will try their best to come back. And for those of you where this was a very codependent, slightly toxic relationship, be very careful, because I think this person wants to come back in and try to wiggle their way back into your life. For some other people, I think you will hold your ground. You will be very strong. Even if this person wants to come back, you'll be like, nah, I'm not interested. Like, this person, even though this cup is coming towards him, he's just like, no. Because you're deciding to shatter all the towers that are built on a shaky foundation, and you want nothing to do with this anymore. Let's get a little more clarity on these messages. Queen of Cups. The Sun wanted to show itself. So I think, again, you are going after your eternal utmost happiness. And if this person does not lead you to that, some of you are going to put your foot down finally and be like, no, enough is enough. No, I'm not going to take you back. Because a lot of you are going internal, going within. You are trying to, and good on you. I think some of you are going to take this healing process really seriously, give it the time and attention that it so deserves. But let me just get some more cards before I build on this. So we're seeing 2 of Wands and Page of Wands, which we saw earlier as well. I do think that some of you will have options in love very soon, or you'll have somebody who's at a distance. Maybe you'll hear from them. Maybe this is that no contact situation. If that is the case, I think you'll hear some good news, or at least news that'll make you feel happy, make you emotionally uplifted. What you choose to do with that is obviously up to you. What you can look forward to is there's definitely love coming back into your life. You are going to take a big decision in terms of what works for you, what doesn't. And I think some of you are closing the door on your ex for good if you haven't done so already. Some of you might entertain a conversation. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's see. Or maybe out of the blue, when you're least expecting it, this person wants to come in and have a conversation with you. Let's build further on this. Yeah, I think somebody who has been hiding their feelings and not been very open about expressing their emotions might just come out and reveal how much they feel for you, how much love they have for you. What you do with that is ultimately up to you. See, so another 2 on top of the 2 of Wands. So there's definitely a decision for some of you to go back to this old person, or somebody new is coming in. But I think you have options coming in. And Page of Wands, you've got the Moon. Let me just get one more on the Moon. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is your ex wanting to kind of come in and talk about, because I see the Death card here. So something that ended in the past. They want to just kind of talk about it and say that, look, previously, I was very unclear. Like, I was under a lot of illusions about what I felt or didn't feel, or had a lot of fears about committing fully. But I've thought a lot about this long-term commitment, and I've been very stressed, very anxious. I've not been able to sleep properly. I know that you are the person that can get me to my happily ever after, and I want to build again. And once again, for people who have children involved, I think they're going to say something like, for the sake of our children, let's give this one more shot. Or I want, for somebody who was non-committal in the past, this ex might come back and say, now I'm ready to build that happy home, the family, all of that. This is more about elevating your relationship to the next level. So if this is a reconciliation, somebody wants to take it to the next level. If this is not a reconciliation situation for you, I think some of you can look forward to finally getting super clear on what is it that is your 10 of cups. Like, who do you want to build a family with? Do you even want a family? Do you even want to be married? Those kind of questions will be investigated in the near future. You can look forward to clarity coming in. So that's your reading, and thank you so much for watching and being here with me. If this reading resonated with you, do hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I upload content pretty frequently. And once again, just note this is a general reading, so only take the messages that apply. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you feel better soon. Take care. Bye.